Hi, my name's Lee. Welcome to my channel Cola Flipper. I'm a UK reseller. I buy second-hand items and I flip them on eBay for a profit. Bit of a different video today. Another one about packaging. Basically, it's a quick overview on how to save a little bit of cash with regards to massive boxes being sent out. I've got to send out this huge box, and whilst it may not be massively heavy, because of the size of this box, so this is just about 29 inches, which is 73 centimetres by 50 centimetres by 55 centimetres. The big problem is, if I send that out, even if it doesn't weigh a lot, because of the length of it, it's going to cost me over 30 quid, whether it goes. So I usually look at use Parcel to Go as a comparison website, put in my weight, but if you don't put in the actual details, so there's a thing, modify search, which allows you to then put in the volume of it. I was expecting this to go for, I think, like 15 quid or so, but because of the length, I was getting quotes for around 30-35 quid, and it basically, by playing with the figures, I've worked out that if it's over 70 centimetres long, it goes from about £15, including VAT and sun protection, all the way up to about 35 quid. So I don't have a slightly smaller box, and I can fit what I need into a slightly smaller box about this size. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my mate Stanley, and I'm going to cut down the side, both sides, by about 10 centimetres on each side, and then obviously I have a box without an end. Using packing tape would not be strong enough. It's going to come apart, all the bits are going to fly apart whilst in transit. But what you can do, where boxes are naturally joined, obviously as they fold round, there is a join, and that bit is normally put together with hot glue. So what I'm going to do, once I've cut down the edge, that end is going to basically be shortened, and then I'm going to re-glue it using hot glue, so glue gun, and then I'm going to tape it as well. And I will also do that for the base and the top flaps as well, just to give it a bit more structural rigidity. So I used to have your bog standard £6 type glue gun, and eventually I broke the trigger on it. Basically, I decided, because I use the glue gun quite a bit, just for fixing bits and pieces around the house as well as Frankenboxing, I paid up and I bought this. It's probably showing up backwards. Yeah, it's showing backwards because I got the camera flipped around. But this is a Bosch PKP 18E. I think I paid around the £20 mark. So yes, I paid more for it, but it heats up and you can go through glue so quickly. Again, I also buy the glue in bulk packs of about 50 now. So it basically means that when I've had to Frankenbox stuff, I've used hot glue to sturdy up whatever the flaps and whatever else I'm doing, and it's been fantastic so far. So the difference is, once I've cut that down, shortened it, hot glued it, the box is going to be about, I'll probably do it a little bit shy of 70, so I might do it, say, 65 centimetres by 50 whatever, by 50 whatever, and that'll bring the price down from 30 something pounds, about 34 quid, down to about 14-15 pounds. So yes, it's a pain in the bum that I'm going to have to bugger around and make changes to a box, but it will still be strong, and it's going to save me about £15 on the postage, and that will still allow me to send, I think it was up to 20 kilos. I think with Parcel Force I could do up to, might be 25 or 30 kilos, so it's not going to be anywhere near that. It's probably going to be just under 20 kilos, but by shortening it down, being sensible, being safe with a Stanley knife, and then hot gluing it and then taping it, I will still have a sturdy box that will mean that I'm saving 15 quid. So that was it. Just thought I'd make that tip. So if you've got a glue gun at home, that's great. If you haven't got a glue gun or you want a better glue gun, I'd thoroughly recommend this Bosch. Yes, it is probably about 3 times more expensive than your bog standard one, but it's fantastic. So yeah, really happy with that. Well chuffed. So I'll stick a link in the description to show what I've been using, and I think I've got another bit of a packing video that I was putting together. I'm changing Yeah, I'll add an extra video onto the end with regards to some other packing, because basically I'm changing my thought process with regards to my business at the moment. That the other day I had 2 packages going out. Neither made a huge amount of money, but one was a pair of trousers or jeans, and it took me a minute and a half to pack them. They can't break in the post, and I made about £14–15 on them, something like that. I also had some Disney mugs, which I've had for when I very first started reselling. I bought some Disney mugs because I saw Ben Fitzpatrick had done quite well on them, so I thought, right, he's doing well, I'll get them. I overpaid for them, couldn't sell them for as much as I wanted, so I've only made like £8, something like that. Not brilliant. £8 profit, yet it took me 25 minutes to pack these 2 mugs neatly to make sure that they were going to get there securely. I'm going to stop buying stuff that takes too long to package. Packing a pair of jeans for 2 minutes and I'm making more profit than I made on some breakables. I'm just going to stop buying breakables unless they make me an awful lot of profit. So if I'm not, so as standard, I try and pick up stuff that I'll make £20 profit after fees. But now, if it's breakables, it's got to make me £35 profit, or it's not worth my time. That extra 20 minutes, that's got to be paid for. That 20 minutes, I could list 2–3 items in that. So that's what I'm thinking. As a full-timer, yes, it's probably still worth picking up lower profit items and the breakables. But as a part-timer, I've got plenty of good stock that I can get cheaply. So for me, I've got to do it quickly. So I'm going to tag on a video after this one showing me trying to speed pack. I think might have been a pair of shoes and some clothes, which I videoed this before Christmas, the speed packing. So yeah, just to show you how it's worth trying to see. You don't make any money packaging, so your packaging should be quick. So does it protect your item? Yes. Can you do it quickly? Yes. If it takes a long time, you better be making more profit because you're taking time out of other activities that can make you money. For example, listing. So that was it. Hopefully that is all in. This probably isn't a 10-minute video, but that's my little tip. I'll try and, once I've cut this down and glued it together, I'll do another little quick tag on, and then after that I'll put the packing video on. So other than that, hope you're all well. Speak to you later. So I've cut the ends off. Whilst the glue gun's heating up, I'm going to explain what I've done. So I've measured in, cut about 10 centimetres off, and then basically shortened it down. So it's still got the flaps, they will go inside. Then I'm going to glue along this section, press down, and then glue down these bits, press down, and that will give it a decent, because you've got the bend and it's going around both sides, that will give it a good strong finish. Reasons I like this glue gun: it does take a little while to heat up, and I've also realised earlier I thought it was backwards, but I didn't realise the iPhone will flip the picture around anyway. So it's, yeah, the Bosch PKP 18E takes a little while to heat up because it's a higher wattage one, but it does mean that it maintains that heat. So with the cheaper glue guns that I've had before, it tends to, you squeeze a bit of glue out and then it gets tough because it then takes a while for the next piece of glue to melt down. This maintains the heat, so you can just squeeze, keep going, and it will bang through the glue very quickly. So that's why it's a good idea to get a decent stock of glue. If you're buying glue guns in glue sticks in packs of like 10, it's not very cost effective. If you're buying 50 at a time, the individual item piece is a lot cheaper. So I like it because yes, it takes a little bit longer. Yes, it's a corded one. I know they have cordless ones, but I want something that's going to consistently work, not have to worry about running out of batteries. Anything that is creating heat will bang through batteries. So I'd rather get something that's going to be sturdy, hold the heat, and it will just bang through the glue quickly. So yes, you need a lot of glue, but it gives such a good strong bond that I'm not that worried about it. So I'm just going to do the gluing, because that looks like it's starting to drip now, so the heating is ready to go. And so let's get a bit glued. So what I'm going to do is find a pen or a pencil. Right, oh, that'll do it. So use that as a guide, draw a line so I know I need to glue in that area. Then I can push the flap down and we can go from there. So let's bring the camera in to see if we can do that a little bit closer so you can see what I'm actually doing. You probably see steam coming off, and it really does go through glue quickly because I want a super strong bond, because I'm going to potentially have 20 quid worth of stuff going out here, so I want that to be glued super strong and have no chance of it actually coming apart. Get my arm in, push up on the inside of it, try and get that bond. What I'll do, I'll flip it over, put some weight on it, and that'll take a few moments to set, but I will have a super strong finish. Right, next bit. Do I need this amount of glue? Maybe not, but I'd rather spend a couple of pence on a few glue sticks than I would for a package worth a couple of £100 coming to pieces. So at the end of the day, you've got to spend your money in the right places. My thoughts are a couple of pence here saves me drama later.
2,000 years later.
Right, that's going to take a little while to set, but that is now glued on each of the 4 sides. I've got a couple of clips on there just holding it. It's going to take a couple of minutes, but the reality is it's saved me £15 in postage or thereabouts. Will I need to put extra tape around the end? Probably not, but I'm going to anyway because I'm cautious, and again, a little bit of extra tape for peace of mind is probably worth it. So that effectively has made a, once it's dry, I will show you, but it's made what was a sturdy box. It's continued to be a sturdy box, but because it's smaller, it's going to be cheaper to post. So yeah, should be able to get this up to 20 kilos, but because it's now less than 70 centimetres, instead of 35 quid, it's going to be somewhere around the 12–15 pounds. So that's a little top tip, and that's what I've been using. Bit gluey, messy now, but hey, there you go. Right, so that's now hot glued and taped, so you can see the join. So cut down from here, moved it across, glued all the way under there, glued the flaps, and then this is now the bottom. I've also written the other way up. Got tape going across that edge and across there, and this is glued together so that basically the ends, the end that I cut off has been glued on safely. The flaps for the actual bottom, not now it's done, these under flaps at the bottom have been glued, so this is properly sturdy. Once it's shaped at the top, this will be sturdy. And yeah, so now short enough to be cheap for a massive 20-ish kilo package. How long has it taken me? Because I'm filming probably half an hour, if I was pushing it and just cracking on 15, maybe 20 minutes, is it worth my time? I just don't have a massive box, so I didn't have an option. So yeah, it was worth my effort and my time. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, good quality glue gun and a big box. You can sort stuff out. But Frankenboxing, for any Frankenboxing, get yourself a decent glue gun. It makes a world of difference. But that is this for this section. See you in a bit. Okay, random video. Just going to see how long it takes me to pack a pair of shoes which is just sold. There you go, 1 minute 20-ish. I have no idea why I've really filmed that, but yeah, you can pack quick if you need to, and there we go. Gonna have another go at speed packing now. I am a glass of wine down already, so that might impair my speed. Reese jumper, same as I did last time. Got my packaging equipment out. I should be able to pack this in under a minute. That was a £2 jumper, sold it for 18 plus postage, so decent margin. And in theory, small to store, unbreakable in the post, and quick to pack. So let's see. Got my ducks in a row, everything lined up. Let's see how long it takes me to pack. So I've got sellotape on a reel. The clothing is already bagged up, so it should just slide straight in. I'm going to pop it into a cereal packet to give it extra protection. That gets popped in here, and I usually give it a quick once over with a tape gun. Not necessary, but I tend to do it just to make sure it's 100% sealed. So let's see how quick I can do this. Hold on. Bit is probably unnecessary, but I like to make sure my stuff is properly taped up. 1 minute 3. Yeah, so that is jumper all packed up, nice, quick and easy, and yeah, it's good. If I can make, that's yeah, £2 into 18. Knock off my fees, that's still a decent profit. I usually try and go for 20 quid, but if I can pack something quickly, I don't mind making a little bit less money. So yeah, that just goes to show what you can do. I'm going to beat a minute soon. Right, that's my next challenge.